You are a woman and you end up in a relationship with somebody who has power, control, money, status, things that they've built their whole life around, and you come into a marriage or a relationship and you think you're coming into it for all the right reasons, and this person has entered the relationship for benefit. It's just once you realize what you've actually been in, it's such a deep healing that you actually have to go through to get to the point where you understand it and can try to reason. I feel like I haven't talked a whole lot about this in a while because I really just wanted to be able to move on with my life and start my life over from where me and my kids are, just start over and just make sure that I always have my kids in an environment that is emotionally and physically safe. And no, it's not safe if a man is physically harming the mother of his kid. It's also not safe if a man is like threatening physical harm to his wife, and he's had access to things to be able to do that. And so I know the narrative that he painted of me was, oh, well, she just wants to go to Paris, she's just living her best life and all of this. And I decided that I'm not going to spend the rest of my life anymore trying to defend my character, or spend the rest of my life anymore trying to spend so much time trying to prove what type of person he is. If anything, I feel like I keep thinking like part of the work that I do, but really where I'm at right now is like, my focus is on me. My focus is on me. My focus is on my kids. And if you've been in a narcissistic relationship before, you know that if a man has ever used money to try to hold you back, then you know how that goes. Then if this person is the father of your kids, then you're still dealing with abuse wherever you are. So that's something that I deal with. I still deal with financial abuse across country lines, which sucks. And this is currently happening. Somebody who pays alimony and child support and their kids' tuition whenever they feel like it. I have the court order on me. I have to show it to like my rental leasing agency and to the schools and all that and stuff, and show them like here in France, like this man is court ordered to pay these things and to do this. And try to advocate for myself in those ways because he doesn't do what he is supposed to do. And whenever he does, of course, he wants like a round of applause. I'm not giving a thank you, and I'm not giving a round of a freaking applause for any man who is doing what they should be doing. Like, these are 2 children that we had together. I've never cheated. I'm not the type of person who goes into any type of vows or contracts or anything lightly. If I make a commitment to something, I'm committed to it. And so I committed myself to a marriage thinking that, we're working together, we're building something, we're building a family. This is a team, this is a partnership. And it took a lot for me to see my way out. I keep saying that, but it took a lot for me to see myself out of the situation because I grew up in such a religious environment. And then I married somebody who pretty much was the image of that same God figure or whatever that I grew up worshiping. And then now we look at Trump and it's like, these personalities are so similar, these narcissistic personalities. And my thing has also been too, like, it's like I don't want to talk about my relationship, my past, and the stuff that I've been through in my marriage, because I want to move on with my life. I move on and find love again. I want to have hope that there's somebody out there who's not abusive, who is genuinely a good person, who's not a manipulator, who's not coercive, who doesn't wear this mask where everybody thinks they're this religious saint, or who's not trying to use me for my body or, in my case, disability status as an Air Force veteran so that they can get federal contracts, which is sick and freaking sad. But so many things like that. I'm just like, I want safety and love and care at this. It's not even easy. People are like, why are you not dating? Why are you all these things? And, I don't feel like explaining my past, my relationship to anybody. I just want to go into it like fresh start. Like, listen, I did not ask to be a single mother, so I always get people asking me, oh, you have a little girl, oh, you have kids, tell me about your kids. And it's like okay, well, you're a mom, don't think about your kids. And so I become less of a woman, less of a sensual being, less of an intellect, intelligent person, less everything, because I'm a mom. So I'm putting you're a mom. I dislike this so much because you get in a relationship, you don't choose to be in a relationship that is going to be abusive or that's not going to work out. Nobody gets married or enters into any type of partnership that they know it's going to fail. At least I don't think anybody with a brain does it on purpose, and I know that I didn't. And I don't regret that I gave the best love that I could give to an individual, because I think that's important, that I did love, even though the person that I was with was very insincere. And I don't know how you spend that long being insincere, pretending to be something that you're not. But to me, that just shows you the type of so-called leadership or the type of people and men and even women, people that we have in the world. It doesn't matter where you go, whether if you're in the US or whether you're in Europe or different parts of Europe. As a woman, you have a mind of your own, intelligence, like you read and you have an opinion. You run into men who refuse to do the emotional work, to go inside. Like they can't have friction, they can't have any type of thing that requires them to go inside, internal, and like look at themselves. They take ownership and responsibility to rectify a situation. And at this point in my life, I'm almost 40 years old. I'm a 39-year-old woman. I do have 2 kids. I am a mother. I am living in a whole nother country, learning a new culture, and I just don't have time for it. I am rebuilding my life from a relationship that has tried to punish me because I wouldn't stay. A relationship where that I'm an artist, that I'm a singer, that I'm a writer, that I'm in school for my PhD, and even that has been put on hold because of all of the stuff that I've been going through. It's been hard to stay on top of what I could stay on top of previously. And to be fair, I was able to bring one podcast microphone with me out of the US in my luggage when I was fleeing my abusive marriage and coming here. I don't have my speakers for my music. I don't have any of my production equipment. I don't have any of my lighting equipment. I don't have any of my academic books that I've spent thousands of dollars on. So when people ask me, well, what is it that you want now? Because the sky's the limit, I guess. I just want peace and ease, and I don't want to be around people, men or women or anybody that make my life harder. I don't want to be around men who refuse to do the emotional work, men who are not kind, men who are still figuring it out at this point, men who objectify me as a piece of meat or as a thing and as an item, men who see me as something to gain status from, and I think it exists. I had someone tell me what you're asking for is impossible and it doesn't exist. And they basically decided for me that I should just relegate myself or put myself in the box of just being a sexual being. That's it. Like it's what I'm asking for is impossible. And I don't think so. I think that I'm not asking for too much. I don't think I've ever asked for too much. I don't think that I've asked enough. And I think that in my life I gave too many passes to people who were abusive, had abusive personalities. I gave too much access and too much power to religion, to leaders, to government, like we see right now happening in the U.S. Like our government has too much power, and that has been it's such a mirror of what my life has been, what the U.S. is. So what I want now is to continue seeking freedom, my own freedom, and building a life of stability and ease and love and luxury and abundance for me and my kids. So I want to solidify my schooling or my career or whatever the work it is that I'm doing, and that's it. And eat a lot of cheese, drink a lot of yummy French wine, eat a lot of baguettes, a lot of pain au chocolat, improve my French, and yeah, that's what I want. An easy life, an easier life, and that is why I'm here in France. This is part 1. Who knows when a part 2 will come, or if a part 2 will come, but just wanted to chat.